Hey guys, welcome to sportsbookreview.com and our continuing Roland Garros tennis coverage. We're looking at round one, best bets, both men's and women's singles. And I have got two tennis betting pros here at hand. I've got Nigel Seeley and Alex from Need for Tips. They were with us last week as well. If you caught the videos, the pre-draw and the draw, make sure you check those videos out, some sound information. But we're going to look at the best bets today. And there's a lot of matches. I find these rounds really hard, so I'm really pleased I have you both on board. First of all, Nigel, how are you feeling about we discussed the draw? It's so one-sided on the men's side and it's so open on the women's side. How are you feeling about your round one best bets?
I'm feeling very confident. I'm always feeling confident. You wouldn't go into any tournament unless you felt confident. So you talk to me tomorrow night about 7 o'clock. I'll tell you whether I'm confident for the rest of the tournament. But at the moment, all is good. I've spent all morning looking at it. All since the draw was made, looked at every single draw match, every single aspect, every single head-to-head. So I've come armoured with loads of bets and loads of good punting advice.
Great. Well, you must have been up early because there's a lot of matches. Alex, I was looking, there's some sort of on the outrights, some favourites. I know generally when we've been talking, you play a bit of the outrights, but there's a lot of other bets as well that you make. How are you feeling, especially with the dynamic that we find ourselves in with the French Open?
Yeah, in the first rounds, I prefer to play the handicaps on sets, on games handicaps, because there is not so much value on the winners market, because some of the favorites for winning the title are going head-to-head with some not seeded players, and they are priced very low. So if you want to bet the favorites, you have to do a big parlay to have a 3-4 odds, total odds. But this is not my style. I prefer single bets. Also, I have a double from the men's tournament. I have also a double from the women's tournament, and also 2 tips from each. 2 tips from the men's side, 2 tips from the women's side. Interesting matches in round one. Most of all on the women's side. On the men's side, yeah, we have some nice matchups, but I think that I will be watching more the women's side, because interesting matches, and not only that, unpredictable Roland Garros this year on the women's side.
Yeah. We'll just quickly talk with I spoke with Nigel yesterday.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there.
Do you know what I didn't notice actually until it went blank? But
nobody notices when I disappear, so don't worry, Nell. It's not an unusual thing.
I've
been gone out of the house. I've been out of the house for about 3 weeks, and no one noticed before, so it's no problem.
Well, listen, I've got to talk. Obviously, Serena Williams. I know I keep talking about Serena Williams, but I just want to. She's obviously one of the players that I admire and have followed throughout the years. I spoke with Nigel about this. I know his views from yesterday. She plays Kristina Pliskova. She price 1.5. I'm looking at a few of them. You've got Serena Williams 1.5, Venus Williams 1.5. Are those prices you would touch? Or, as Martin was saying, and Nigel was saying as well, there's actually value to oppose her. So starting with Serena Williams, is that what you would do at this point? Or are you staying well away from that match until we see what form Serena Williams is in?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, to Alex there.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm playing that match. But not. I'm not giving Serena as a winner. I'm playing that match. You will see my bet from that match. I think that Nigel and Martin are absolutely right. Right now, you have to oppose Serena Williams. She was at the wedding. She's not well prepared. I think that her mind is at the baby right now. She's not. Come on. She's 90 kilos right now. Come on, 90 kilos she's.
Yeah, but of muscle, of largely muscle.
Come on, I don't want to be rude or something like that. I admire a great player, great champion, but she's 90 kilos right now.
All right.
Come on, you have to oppose her. You need to oppose her.
All right. Well, listen, you said that you are going to play that match. How are you playing it?
Yes. I'm playing Kristina Pliskova plus 3.5 on the Asian handicap at 1.91. on number of games. And also you can play if you like Kristina Pliskova to win at least one set in the match, so plus 1.5 Asian handicap. The odds are lower, are around 1.65, but also that one is a really good bet in my point of view. So I'm opposing Serena. Like I think that also Nigel will do.
Yeah, Nigel, you opposing Serena? Is that how you're playing it?
Absolutely. I think it's she's only played four games in the whole year in 2018, lost 2 of them. Her opponent's got to 2 quarterfinals and won last 16 of a clay court tournament. So she's no mug. I mean, she's absolutely no mug whatsoever. And I think absolutely right. Her name is not. She's not up for it. She's not up for it at all, I don't believe. And I think Kristina Pliskova is a great bet. I think I'm going to take the chance of her just to win it. I think 2.75 on her to win is a big price. Serena Williams has never performed well at French Open. I know she's won it before, but she's never been a Grand Slam she's felt comfortable with. She always has a bit of an angst with the Paris crowd. They turned on her a few times. She doesn't feel happy playing there. And I think at this stage of her career, and with her mind completely focused on other matters, not tennis, I think she's a real vulnerable favourite. And I think Pliskova wins is 2.75.
Okay, yeah, but there's certainly value in that. And are there any of the outrights? I see a few. Are there any of the outrights that you're looking at, Nigel?
On the women's outright?
Yeah.
I think it's really difficult. I mean, I'm going to keep my powder dry to the second part of the week, I think, on the outright market, because I think you're going to get some real big name casualties early doors. I think there's no easy games in women's tennis anymore. Women's tennis used to be very, very one-sided. The top seeds used to win. It's not the case anymore. Anyone in the top 50 can beat anybody. And I think you're going to get more of an idea of the second week. I have a slight lean towards Svetlana. I think she's the one. I think she's got an easier draw than Halep. We all know Halep has got problems when she gets to finals. But at the moment, there's no real high conviction. I'm gonna keep my powder dry on the outright. So I've got some couple of other matches on the women's I quite like. I think there's a couple of outsiders worth taking on. I think there's some good short price favourites you can make up for a parlay. But on the outright, it's not for me yet. I want to see. I think you'll get a lot of seeds going in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. And I think then we can see which side of the draw opens up. But at the moment, there's no advantage whatever side you want to be in. Yeah,
I agree. It's tough, but very exciting indeed.
I have one more from the women's side. I'm playing Dominika Cibulkova to win against Julia Jorges at 2.1. She's priced right now. The final against Pavlyuchenkova in Strasbourg. An incredible match. They are right now in the decider, in the tiebreak in the decider. They already played 2 tiebreaks in this match, so this is the 3rd. Incredible match. I stay to follow it for the last 2 hours. I think that despite the fact that she will be, she's coming after over 3 hours match against Pavlyuchenkova, she can win against Julia Jorges in the first round, and she's very good priced at 2.1. Plus, I have a double from the women's side, and this is my only bets from the women's side from round 1. Azarenka to win, and Joanna Larsson to win. Both, if you put them in a double, you double your money with that. Yeah. So I will add those my bets in the comment section below the video after we are done for our viewers to see them.
Fantastic stuff. All right, so you've said your women's bets, have you? Those are the ones you've got for round 1.
Yes, Kristina Pliskova plus 3.5 on the Asian handicap games at 1.91. Dominika Cibulkova to beat Julia Jorges at 2.1. And my double is Azarenka and Joanna Larsson in a double at evens. All
right, over to you, Nigel. You've done all your preparation. You've gone through all the matches. What have you got for the women's side here that we can take?
I'm going to go Pliskova. I like Pliskova. Well, the dog don't like him. I'm going to go for Pliskova at 2.75 to win the game, as we said. I think the best bet in the women's draw is Gavrilova to beat Krista at 1.72. And the reason I think that's the best bet in the women's draw is because Krista was playing yesterday against Alison Risque. She won the first set. She won the first set 6-2, and then she got a bad back, and she had treatment on the back problem, and she had to retire, and she couldn't serve. She could not serve, and she had to pull out in the 3rd set when she was broken at 1-0. Now, 2 days later, she's playing against Gavrilova.
Do you think that she will withdraw from this match?
Nobody ever withdraws anymore, Alex, because they get 20 grand just to turn up at a Grand Slam.
Yeah, but she will play in the first set, and after that she will.
Well, you still get paid out on 50% of the bookmakers in England if you play the first set.
Yeah, true. That's true.
There's no withdrawals in the US
Absolutely.
Open. We had probably 25 people withdraw in the first round because they get 25 and 30 grand just to serve one ball.
Some players are out, like Baczynski is out right now. We heard that yesterday. Some other players are out before playing the first round. So
yeah, but
I think that if you have problems, injury problems, like Kirstea, for example, she has after playing Alison Riske, she might. I still think that she will appear and.
But they're saying that. Yeah, but you're saying that. But basically, she was 1.72 yesterday, regardless of what was going on with the game she was playing, and she's 1.72 this morning. So whether she plays or she doesn't play, there's no reaction to it. So what I saw yesterday, she should have been a 1.4 chance today because she couldn't serve. So there is value. There's value in that bet. If she doesn't play up, you get your money back. If she does play up, you're on a 1.3 shot for me. So I think that's the best bet. And I've got a treble, which I think is just picking money up on the street. If you were going to back a treble, I think Kerber will beat Bartel. Tough game, but Kerber's too strong. I like Kerber to do well in this championship. I think Kiki Bertens will beat Sabalenka. She played once before, she won easy. She's the girl who's got the best record on clay court this season. And I think Georgie to beat Min at 2.0 is a great bet. She's 55 in the world. Min is 197 in the world. They've met twice before, once on clay. Georgie hasn't dropped a set. And that treble plays even money. I think that's a decent treble. Kerber, Bertens, and Georgie in the women's draw.
All right. I'm just looking at the screen. I seem to be on the screen the whole time. On the anybody looking over at the live link? I don't know why I'm on the screen the whole time.
I think Google Hangout is a very wise judge. Get those two off screen.
I'm trying to click it so it's going on you guys, but it's anyway. Sorry if everyone's just looking at me whilst Nigel's talking. What was I going to say? What are the odds for the treble there, Nigel? I like that one a lot.
It's even money. So 2.0, you get that treble. Kerber, Bertens, Georgie. 125, and around about 1.3. I think, but the treble comes in at 2.0. I can't see any way them three don't get beat. Gavrilova is my best bet, and my outsider is Pliskova.
Yeah, all right. I'm just reading James Pomeroy. We're obviously moving to the men, so we can take a quick break, obviously, to talk about the Champions League match. And it says, Betfair are offering maximum $50 on a 5-1 for Ronaldo and Salah to score anytime. Great value there, ? What do you guys reckon? Nigel?
Well, it's tremendous value. I mean, Salah's 11 to 10, 2.1 to score in the match with traditional bookmakers, and Ronaldo's 1.9. So if you do the double, it's 4.0. So forget 5-1 or 6-1. It's a good bet, and it's a championship final that just screams out goals. I've had a stupid bet on 3-3. Yeah. I've had a silly just a 5 on 3. Mate, you laugh. This is the kind of game that will be 3-3.
Another interesting bet, one of our viewers just posted on Twitter 3 hours ago. No, just posted 3 hours ago. He thinks that this is the play of the day. Cristiano Ronaldo or Mohamed Salah to score first in the game at minus 110. So it's around 195.
Not bad. I like I have to say the bet that we gave on our video, both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals, that's dropped way down. It was 1.7 when I gave it, but yeah, I'm excited. But let us get back to tennis, although I'm super excited about the match. Anyway, okay, so men's side now. Again, we discussed, don't want to repeat myself too much, but obviously Nadal heavy favourites. But it doesn't mean that obviously we've got plenty of betting value on the other matches. Gotta just ask though, is anybody betting Nadal's first match tomorrow?
Not me.
Sorry. Not you.
You've got to have a spare £5,000 to win the tenner or so, you know. I mean, he will win. It's just a question of how many games he wins. But I'm never good at his pronunciations. Alex will correct me, but Dolgopolov will. has beaten him
Alexander
twice.
Dolgopolov.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
You can be our translator.
He's beaten Nadal twice before, though, so that's a bit of a concern. But neither of them are on clay. I mean, Nadal's a different beast on clay, and it was when Nadal was at his demise, when everyone thought he was going through a bad stage of injury. So that is a bit of a concern. But Nadal will win. He wins in straight sets. He's 1.14, 1.15 to win in straight sets. I still think that Nadal to win in straight sets is a great bet. As I said yesterday on the show, one bookmaker in the UK is offering 7-1, 8.0 Nadal to win and to not drop a set.
What do you say? What do you say, Nigel? The line for the games is at 24.5.
I think the first set could be quite tight, and then I think Nadal. I think I'd rather bet. If I was, instead of playing the games. If you were looking for the over, I'd go over the first set games. Right, if the over the first set games is 8.5, 9, something like that, I'd probably go
over 7.5, maybe the line.
That would be my bet, because I think the first set would be quite tight, and then once Nadal wins the first set, and he'll just win 6-1, 6-2 in the second set. But the first set could be 6-4, 7-5, something like that. But once he's got his nose in front, he'll just grind him out like he does to everybody. So I've bet Nadal games before over the games, was the line looked so short, and in the first set I think I'm in the money because I've got 7-5 or 7-6. The next two sets he's won 6-love, 6-1. I've done my money. So it's probably best to play. It's probably best to play him on. If you think it's going to be tight, the first set will be the tight one. So just go over on the first set and forget the match.
Yeah. We had two sides of the fence on this one, whether Nadal will drop a set or not. Obviously, there's a bet for him to not drop a set and win. Nigel was on that side. Martin was saying no, he thinks he probably will drop a set. Where do you stand on that one, Alex? In the whole tournament?
It's tough to predict. Come on, after all. I would prefer to play that one that I already said to you last week, Nadal to win and under 60 games lost in the entire tournament, or under 70 games lost in the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Even if he loses one set, I think that this bet might worth a nice take.
I'll just reiterate my point that I made yesterday to Martin, because Martin didn't really agree with me on it. But the reason I think it's a brilliant bet, and I'll tell you why it's a brilliant bet, because he's won this tournament 10 times. Yeah, he's won the French Open 10 times.
Free from those 10 times.
Free from them times he has a load of sets. There's a 30% chance that and the statistics, yeah. On those games, he starts the tournament as an average around about a 2.1 chance, 11 to 10 to win the tournament. So he's usually around about his money. This time around, he's 1.4 to win the tournament.
Yep.
So I worked out what price he would be in every game to win 3-0, and he would be around about 1.14, 1.14, 1.14, 1.2, and even in the final it'd be 10 on, because whoever he plays in the final is going to come through an epic marathon to get there. You know, if it was a Team v Zverev quarterfinal, that could be 55, 60 games. They could be playing for 5 hours. Mm-hmm. So Nadal's court time is going to be nothing. So if you worked out what price he was in an accumulator, it comes in around about 3.25, 3.5. And I just think if 7-1, I'm telling you now, if I was a bet, if someone said to me, they can have 100 quid at 7-1, and I have to pay them 700 if it won, or I was to bloke picking up the 700 one, I'd much rather be a backer than a layer of the bet, 100%. For that reason, I think it's value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go. Makes a good, strong argument there. But listen, let us get on. Going to start with you, Alex, with your men's singles bets, please. First round.
I have 2 bets plus a double. I'm going Bjorn Choric over Philip Kohlschreiber over 39.5 games at 1.87. I'm going Peter Gojovchik, versus Cameron Norrie over 37.5 games at 1.75. And for my double, I'm going Dusan Lajovic plus Denis Shapovalov, both to win at 2.05.
All right. Nigel, have you got any of those ones, or have you got something else?
Well, I only looked at Monday's games. A couple of them are on Tuesday. I looked at Sunday's games. A couple of those are on Monday, so I didn't really look at them. But I've got a lot of thoughts on some games on the Monday, and I think I think Cameron Norrie's worth opposing in this game. I think the price on Gavoski is too big. He's really, really impressed me in the last couple of weeks. I saw him play Seppi, he was brilliant. I saw him play Karlovic. He was, when Karlovic is banging down aces, a lot of people give up. And he really impressed me with his attitude. And I'm sure he's a top 32 player very, very quickly. Cameron Norrie is a British player who's just come out of nowhere. Played very well in the Davis Cup, but we've gone a bit mad on him. I mean, he was outclassed yesterday by Gilles Simon, and I think we've had a bit of an overreaction like they do in England over their tennis stars and their sports stars in general. So I think that was a bet. I think there's one bet I like is Dzuma to beat Kudla. I think he'll win. I think he's.
How you said?
Everyone's got to have a bit of a break with the tennis names. They're hard.
Damir Dzuma, is it? Damir Dzuma?
Who? Joe Moore is his name. Joe Moore.
That's him. Well, anyway, he's
that bloke.
As long as the bookie can understand it on the winning betting set, that's all I care about.
To beat Kudla.
Yeah, but I think Kudla's never won a game in the French Open. He's played 3 times, never got past the first round. He's an American guy who did well on grass at Wimbledon a few years ago, come through as a qualifier and impressed. He's a former boyfriend of Serena Williams, and I think that's more of his claim to fame in his tennis game.
And they will both go after the first round.
I think that would be the bet. And I'm looking at throwing him into the 3 women's tennis matches. So I was looking at doing a parlay with the 4 of them to bring the odds up to 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the other men's games, I hear Alex's point on the French Open, but statistically, I know he's picked up some games there we go overs, but statistically, if you back every unders blind on grass on clay, you will make money. I mean, obviously, he's picked some really good games that are very, very tough to call, and I know they're hard games, but just from over the years, if you're an overs backer on total games on clay courts, it comes in a lot lower. I think it averages around about 35 in the first round and 30 and goes up and up and up. So,
yeah, but I'm picking the 2 ones that are going over.
Yeah, but the problem you get and the problem you get compared to grass is that you don't get many tie breaks on clay. So you get 5-set games, but they're 2-6, 6-3, 4-6, 6-3. 6-4, but if you playing at Wimbledon and you've got tie breaks on a fast surface, then you get a lot of tie breaks. And if you can get 12 games or 13 games in one set as an overbacker, you're in the money. So that slightly puts me off on the overs. But those games are really, really good ones to call. But I think the men's games, I think there's better to come over the next couple of days. I think tomorrow's a bit of a poor day, but the guy that Alex pronounces better than me will win.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing this is wrapping up our tennis picks. I'm going to ask both Alex and Nigel just to repeat all the bets. So if you guys got pen and paper or whatever, want to write it down. And these lovely faces are going to be joining us all next week for offering for the round bets as well. And what's kind of cool, I think they've got slightly different styles of betting, so you can follow them. We'll keep a record of their wins and losses, so you know who to follow and who to fade, or maybe following both of them. That's their plan and hope. Alex, take us through your all your bets that you've presented, so everyone can write it down with ease.
Women's side, Kristina Pliskova plus 3.5 games on the Asian handicap at 1.91 against Serena Williams. Dominika Cibulkova to win against Julia Jorges at 2.1, and double from the women's side, Azarenka and Joanna Larsson both to win at evens. And I'm going to the men's side, Bjorna Čorić against Filip Kohlschreiber over 39.5 games at 1.87. I'm going Peter Gojovcik versus Cameron Norrie over 37.5 at 1.75. And my double from the men's side, Dusan Lajovic plus Denis Shapovalov at 2.05 both.
Great. And obviously follow Alex. I know he does lots of tweeting with his picks and lots of information. It's at Need for Tips. Are you tweeting over at Odds Market as well?
Yeah, odds market it will be full of French Open. Maybe also in play. Yeah, but depending on how much time I will have to prepare for the World Cup and other stuff. But anyway, I will watch the French Open like I usually do for the last a lot of years, and like I usually bet in play, as you know, in the last 3 years for odds market and SBR. So yeah, it will be interesting.
Yeah, well, not too much because I don't want your wife to dislike me. So the odd bet, please. It's family time as well. Okay, yeah, so that's at Need for Tips and at Odds Market. Nigel, over to you, men's and women's bets.
Yeah, I need Alex's help with the pronunciation of some of these because my South London accent won't be so good as his fantastic pronunciation of those games. But I'm going to go for Pliskova to beat Serena Williams at 7-4, 2.75. I'm going to go for Gavrilova to beat Krista. That's a bit of Krista. That's an injury play. That's an injury play. You'll get your money back if she doesn't turn up, but I think that's at 1.72 is just silly price. I'm going for a little parlay, three-woman parlay. Kerber, Burton's, and Georgie, which plays around about 2.0, and Damir Zuma to beat Dennis Kudla is my
Damir Jumur.
That's him. To beat Dennis Kudla in the men's. And I think if you throw that in, to add to the parlay with the women's, that pays 3.0, 2-1. That'll be my best bets for that. So, yeah, all happy.
That's good. Well, kudos to you, Nigel, because I won't even pronounce them. I'm not even going there. So, like, I was saying,
it's not kudos. It's not kudos. It's Kudla. Not kudos. It's Kudla.
Yeah, I don't have any of that, so I'll stick with the names that I know and not make a fool of myself. Okay, that was Nigel and Alex. I follow Seeley_Nigel as well. If you head on over to my Twitter at Natalie Rydstrom, you'll see his Twitter handle and Alex's Twitter handle there as well. You'll be seeing these faces all next week, so hopefully to see you on more videos. And best of luck with your bet, boys, and everybody for watching. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend and enjoy Champions League final.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Take it. All the best.
Come on, Liverpool. Let's go, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. Bring the trophy home.